Since we've been helping them get enrolled in school, getting after-school programs, we needed to make space.
And that meant Yoli Casas happily giving up her own office.
I barely have a desk, but here it is.
She's executive director of Vive Wellness in Denver, focusing on health equity. But like several other organizations, they've spent the last several months helping the city connect hundreds of migrants from the southern border to things like housing and schools. Casa says they also helped provide therapists to the shelters.
I think it's the hardest work I've ever done in the way of emotional. Physical, we can take it, but emotional, hearing, the families and the children, what they've gone through.
But this week, the city announced that they will only shelter migrants who have presented themselves to the government, whether it was at the border or further along. It goes into effect May 8th, a timeline that's not just worrying for Casas.
Well, and then hearing the news.
It's taxing emotionally.
We have to look at what we're able to do and all the families that we're able to serve. That is what's hard, because I see it, because right now we're against the clock.
A spokesperson for Denver's Department of Human Services told us this week that it came down to funding and a new requirement for that money, acknowledging the demand that nonprofits may face.
We do continue to urge Congress and call on Congress to provide assistance to our local community partners who, in fact, are disproportionately tasked with handling and managing what is a national humanitarian crisis.
Denver says it needs federal funding and reimbursement, but the federal government put a requirement in that they'll only help with funding if migrants are known to immigration.
I totally understand where they're coming from. We need to work together and give us more time. We don't want to have children in the street.
So I also caught up with a Centro Humanitario who have been honing in on helping migrants get job opportunities and understanding their workers' rights as immigrants in Colorado. You can see a picture from one of their events some time ago. They also told me in a statement tonight that they're worried about the rule change because even though organizations can help in some way, there's a limit to how much they can actually do. And Kyle, the city also made it known this month that those who entered the shelter system today have 30 days before they have to vacate.
There's that notice. I think the folks who have made it this far have overcome a lot of obstacles. These are just the latest obstacles. It's not like these folks are averse to adversity.
Right, and for these nonprofits as well, especially in the case of Vive, they actually are not even struggling with staffing right now. It really is down to being able to provide those resources confidently.
All right, Luis, thank you.